All right. So, all you beautiful, wonderful, amazing, spectacular tea people, this is what I get in the mail. And as you can tell, there's no bubble wrap, there's nothing in it. I get this in the mail from my buddy up on Jade Mountain. And inside, of course, up on Jade Mountain is this. So, he sends me a bunch of samples. And so, what are in the. What? It's a bunch of samples, and on each one of the samples, this one actually has GABA on it, but on each one of the samples usually has like a price and then a number on it. And I have no idea what they are. I have no idea if they are they're recent teas. I have no idea if they are teas that are from today or from the last day or from whenever they are. They're just a bunch of samples, and I got in touch with him the other day. I was like, dude, where's my wintertime samples? He's like, okay, I'll send it out to you. And so we've got samples to look out at today. Now you can see here, I have a couple sons in my house. And so these are the only scissors I've got left. But we will be trying out these samples today. So we're going to be trying out these various samples, and hopefully we can find hopefully we can find like a wintertime tea that's really, really good. If we're lucky, maybe we'll find a bug-bitten wintertime tea or something like that. We will just have to see and try these out. Again, I know nothing about them. Now, this is my buddy up on Jade Mountain. And Jade Mountain, it is I just cut it in half. But you can see here, it's a certified organic. It's a certified organic garden, right? So this he's got his certified organic garden. And in Taiwan, hey, how's it going? In Taiwan, you got you can see that the certified organic stuff, it's horribly annoying because there's so many different kinds of certified organic, and there's different organizations, and there's different stickers, and there's no national or sort of generally recognized organic anything anywhere. It's so annoying. Well, I mean, whatever. I don't care about that anymore because I know all the farmers. That's a red oolong, a Hong oolong. We'll wait for that for a second. We'll do that for the next go round of teas. And that smells pretty good. And so, but this guy, he is. This one was this one. Yeah. I think we're good. These are all very similar teas. I gotta be careful. These are all pretty similar teas. Anyways, I've done the organic rant. I won't do the organic rant again. We've gone through the organic rant. Finding teas is not that hard, but if you're relying simply on the organic certification, you're going to have a bad time. It's not going to work because sort of the organic certification for this type of stuff is hit and miss, and oftentimes it's just not worth the money. So the farmer, to spend extra money to do all the various things, I think the microphone's working okay. Spend extra money to do all the things, it's just not working. It just doesn't work. Unfortunately. But we're gonna look at this as these warm up. And now you can see here, like I said, just came in this box, and I feel like I should. I don't know. In this winter time, I should travel around a bit. We'll see what happens. But with the shop getting set up and all that sort of stuff. Anyways, we'll see what happens. Shipping updates. Tuning in while driving. Okay, well, hopefully that was tuning in while driving. Please be safe. And shipping updates. I am starting to get, I got a message from somebody who is very angry, is very sad. They are, their package is they're one of the brave people. Their package is one of the packages that are sitting in Chicago. Now, all the other packages that went to the West Coast. They've gotten through customs. They've gotten through everything. They are sent out, and they are 100% done. They're in the hands of the amazing people who were brave enough to try our experiment for sending tea to the United States. But those poor folks in the Chicago area and east of Chicago, I guess, they are not so good. They are not so good. They are waiting for their packages, and alas, their packages are sitting there. So I'm debating just opening up to the west side of the United States. So California, Oregon, Washington, Arizona, Idaho. I'd have to ask Google. I'd have to ask Google where the line is, where the customs goes into LA, or the customs goes into LA, or the customs goes into Chicago, because screw those bad words in Chicago. They're. So I'm thinking I actually might do that. I might open up shipping to the United States, but my girlfriend is literally DJing in the club right now, but it's a slow night. I hope it is absolutely a wonderful experience for you there. I laugh because, anyways, you probably can't hear me because, but I'm always absolutely amazed at, like, I'm sitting on my back porch talking to my phone, and somebody that is at the DJ in the bar with their girlfriend. Anyways, it's awesome. I certainly hope you have a great time here. Anyways, we're just bad mouthing Chicago. We're just bad mouthing Chicago right now. But let's get to the teas. I think I will. I think I'm going to just open it up to. I'm going to open it up to shipping to the west side of the United States, and slowly open it up and see what happens with Chicago. So it's been a week. Chicago has held the packages hostage, and we will just have to see. They're in general they're slower. Chicago's slower, but we're just going to have to. I'm going to have to like we'll see what happens. But I think I'm going to open it up. I think I'm going to open up to the west side of the island, or the west side of the United States. Anyways, here we go. This is a Chin Chin Oolong that is pretty decent. It is tasty. The aftertaste is nice. Although I'm not getting a real blast of wintertime, right? So what I'm looking for these teas right here, I'm looking for wintertime, like real wintertime. And I'm not getting a blast of wintertime here. Really, it's not a blast of wintertime. And honestly, at this point in the game right now, I think I've got enough wintertime sort of greenish oolongs. So why would I be still drinking the tea if I've got enough greenish wintertime oolongs? Simply because this is knowledge. And this is, a clean farm that I respect. And I have to be drinking this stuff to make sure that I know year to year what the good stuff is. Now, a lot of this stuff, I might need it now, not need it now, but I know there are people out there who would want to have this tea in the future. And wow, that's an interesting one. In the sense that there's basically no flavor in that at all. Or not as much as this. It's not interesting. Much, much less flavor. Certainly not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but we can toss that one aside right away. We can toss that one aside right away. And we'll move these down the line. And I'm going to add another tea to it right away. Now, why would that tea have no flavor compared to the first one? Mostly when that happens, when you're getting absolutely no flavor compared to the first one, generally speaking, that happens because the weather. Usually that happens because of the weather. Usually the weather would be sort of overcast, not so nice, for lack of a better term. Alisha, nope, this is Jade Mountain. And Jade Mountain is one of those places where they pick a little bit later as well. So they would have picked into sort of mid to late. They would have picked into mid to late November. And honestly, I just had so much tea already. Remember, I can't, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Right? Like, I can't send to the vast majority of my customers at the moment. And so I've got these, I bought, wintertime tea. I bought half as much as I usually buy. And I'm just building up these boxes of tea. Now, if I didn't have this new brick and mortar shop coming soon, I'd probably buy like a kilogram or less of some of these teas. That's not true. I'd buy maybe 4 to 5 kilograms of each of these teas. But because there's this the store coming up, I'm going to need tea eventually for the store. Hopefully, knock on, or I don't know, that's not knock on wood. Hopefully I'm going to want teas to be able to sell in the store. So I've been buying teas quasi regularly as we keep moving. Again, this one has just no flavor. Isn't that interesting? Now, why could a tea have no flavor? I talked about the weather. Maybe the weather that day was not very good. That's a big reason why. So if it was an overcast day, then you're not really getting very much flavor. So what it boils down to is that thing like, you know how they say, like if you got the plants, you've got the plants, and one plant you yell at, right? You scream at one plant and say bad things. One plant you do really nice things to, and one plant you just ignore. Out of those 3 plants, which is the plant that is going to be the one that is the most interesting? What are they going to happen? Well, the one you say nice things to is going to grow up. The one you say bad things to is going to grow up. And then the one that you ignored is going to basically stay the same. And so when the weather is cloudy, not so good anywhere, like not so good at all, what you're going to have is a tea that doesn't really have a lot of flavor. It's not going to be like super bitter and floral and too much water. It's not going to have, the right amount of the water taken out. Like it's somewhere in the middle. Also too, and I hate to say this, but organic gardens sometimes can be a little bland. And I hate to say it, but it's the truth. And this garden, because it's got so many different things going on, it relies so much on the weather, and because he himself, what am I doing? That's not the. He himself. See, I'm doing controversial stuff. He does small batch teas. Because he does small batch teas. Customs for all of the East Coast. What about the South U.S.? I do not know. I'd have to look it up. Arizona is definitely California. But like Florida, that's a good one. I do not know Florida, for example. But we'll have to look it up and see how it goes. So this one is much stronger. But because this guy does small batch teas, right? So he does small batch. Ooh, that one's pretty good. That one's actually pretty good. What is it? Oh, it's a Jintrin milk oolong. Good old number 12. I'll show you the leaf here. And you see this is a wintertime leaf. It's really thick and big. Sort of bulbous Jintrin leaf. Because he does small batches, sometimes, excuse me, sometimes the teas don't really have the right flavor. They just don't. But I'm going to give this one another try. A little bit more water in that one. Ooh, it's got some nice flavor to it, actually. Let's do this one fast because I want to get to, there's a GABA and this red oolong over here. I think the red oolong might be pretty good. It's a wintertime red oolong. So, like I was saying, California gets through no problems, right? It's just like California. It's like the like California vibes without the sort of the Latin American mañana, right? It's like it just went right through super fast. And Chicago is all sort of Northern Protestant, little clenched, little Northern Protestant clenched. But hopefully they'll get through in the next couple of days. We'll just have to see. What I'm going to do is, actually, that's not a bad one either. Anyways, here we go. We got to do this first. I'm going to do this first. What we are going to do is we're going to see what happens with what's going on with that stuff in the context of whether or not it gets through customs. And like I said, if Chicago gets through customs in the next 3 days, or not 3 days, like by the end of next week, if it just gets through custom clearly, we're opened up. I think perhaps this weekend I might work on it. Anyways, we'll see. I think I should wait to see whether Chicago truly is as theft-ridden as we're fearing, and I don't think it is, right? I don't. But in my mind's eye, I'm starting like I want to put a post on Reddit. I want to be like, what the hell's going on? I want to ask Reddit if they know anyone in the customs in Chicago, to ask them what the hell is going on, why are they stealing my tea? It's going through fine in California. You can imagine what would happen if I started going public with those types of questions. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that would be quite a lot of fun, actually. And this is, of course, GABA number 5. And so we'll see what happens. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with all that stuff, but we'll go through it and we'll see. Now, this is something really important to think about. We're going to go a little woo-woo. We're going woo-woo, right? We're going woo-woo for a second here. This is something really important to think about when you're thinking about teas and why you would want to buy teas and all those types of things. So you can see it's 10:15 again. The pilots are coming in for their coffee break. The only backyard tea show with F-16s in the background. The only one. I forgot what I was talking about. I forgot. Anyways, whatever. Let's just get back to the teas here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was going to go woo-woo. So when you're looking at teas like this and you're talking about chachi, so let's talk about chachi. So what would you say the translation of chachi would be tea energy. And because I was thinking about this today, I should start doing posts on it. There's basically 3 different kinds of the way people would understand chachi. The first is with really crappy tea. But not liking that as much now. With really crappy tea, the aftertaste is good though. You're looking at like agrochemicals that are going to make you a little bit like this and nervous and like that. The second would be just the straight up caffeine. Like you drink a lot of tea, then you're going to have like sort of that more pleasant. There's caffeine and theine mixed together, so it's not that bad. The third would be the actual chachi, which would be a much deeper sort of from the top down. Like you feel it like a positive body feel, a little bit of tingling in your fingers, and it's very varied, but it's also very, very strong and repeatable. Right? It is real. It's very, very real, and it's hard to describe, but it is. It's a very, very real thing. And when you're looking at teas like this, which are from a garden that is organic, but it's not too high in the mountains, it's not too special in the context of creating a really good chachi, because you need either old tea or wild grown tea that's been aged for a little bit, or there's various different types of ways you can get that chachi. The easiest way, of course, is just teas that are grown in the wild. Tea like this, sorry, talking and drinking at the same time, is not going to have your really, really strong chachi. But as you can tell from the amount that I'm drinking right now, and now I'm, handling myself, I guess you could say, is that it gives you a nice, easy, sort of floating energy that's great for conversation. And it sort of focuses your energy a little bit. It focuses your attention. It focuses on your conversation. It's a great thing to drink with other people all around you, right? So you'd be sitting there and you'd be drinking with other people all around you, and you drink this tea, and everybody sort of gets an extra little bit of energy, and it's mildly intoxicatingly happy. And that's what these clean teas, have in spades. I don't think I'm going to get. I don't think I'm going to get a winter oolong from Jade Mountain this year. If you're a fan of this garden, the fall Jade is one of the best value teas we have on the site right now. The fall Jade this year was really, really, really good, and I highly recommend it if you like this garden. The organic fall Jade. I don't even know whether I called it organic or not. It is, but I don't know whether I called it organic or not. Anyways, you can see here, this is the red oolong. It looks like from the wintertime. I have high hopes for this, but it looks like it's been roasted a bit. Here we go. Let's try it out. Now, this is an interesting one. It's a nice, smooth, crystal clean, clear red oolong. But I and the people who usually buy teas from me are very, very spoiled when it comes to red oolongs. Extremely spoiled. We are in the land of red oolong here on the east coast of Taiwan, whether it be in Hualien itself, in Reishui, or down in Taidong. And so, unfortunately, I have a really high standard for the oolongs. And if they're roasted, then I'm usually kind of like, roasted? Why would you roast it? And so I think I'm gonna have to pass on this red oolong. Now it's okay. But it has something in the background, like basically too much malt. And when that malt, I'm losing all my English here, finishes being put together, which does have one word, resolves. When the malt resolves, it's sweet, but it's not a sweet from bug bites. And if it's not a sweet from bug bites, I'm sort of like, I'm so amazingly and happily, but quite spoiled. So probably we're not gonna get that one. But I definitely do need some more Jade Mountain GABA, and so this is it. This is the last one that can be the really, really good thing. Now, if I can't get this, I might get one of these. If I can't get this, I might get one of these, because at this point in the game, I'm actually starting to think about and talk to some of the people who are doing sort of business in China to see if it really is. I'm sensing that, especially in China, there is the bottom fell out of the tea market, because basically China's in a depression right now, and so here in Taiwan, it hasn't really started yet. It hasn't really started. China, of course, is the leading indicator for the last however many years, since 2008, basically. And so I try and support my friends. So even if I'm not going to buy a lot, I'll buy a little bit of, they sent me so many samples. So I'll probably buy a little bit of one of these. I'll probably buy a little bit of one of these. Just because I want him and his family to be okay. Just to throw it on the site. But like I said, right now I'm like, the hard part is for me, just the absurdity of it, right? So I've lost, like, I don't know what's the percentage I've lost. I guess I'm down in sales about 75% in sales, because all over the world people are sort of, and what happens when people lose all the American market is they go after the other markets with sales, the European market, the Canadian market, all these different types of things, and so it's not like it's a straight line anywhere. But I sure do hope I can start shipping to the States again. But like I said, I can ship to the West Coast, no problem. But what's the point? The point is that I'm not buying as much tea as I usually buy. You could argue I'm actually buying too much tea right now. Now, my water is not as hot as I want it to be, but I can already taste right away that this is a beautiful GABA. And I'm going to buy the GABA. I'm going to buy the GABA. Now, depending on how strong this GABA is, I may have less talkative. Actually, I can already sort of feel it. Am I that sensitive? Am I that sensitive to the tea now? But yeah, I'm definitely going to get the GABA. So I'm probably going to skip this. But this guy's GABA is hilarious. It is he makes green tea, red tea, white teas, black teas, oolong teas, yellow teas, and GABA. So he's like this alchemist up on the mountain. He's got all these organic tea gardens, and he picks them, and he's like, I'll make a this time. I'll make a this time. And so he does all these small types of things. He does all this amazing tea. And his GABA is like the most GABA, like there's no, he's not trying to make it like this style of GABA or that style of GABA. It's like, this is GABA tea. No yellow samples. He made some of those years ago, but the problem was the amount of money that it took to, like, the amount of hassle and what's the best way to describe it? He would make small batches, and he would mess up a bunch of batches to get the good batch. And so he kind of stopped doing the yellow teas because the market for the cost he would have to spend like the his time, effort, and then he would have to charge a huge amount of money for this yellow tea. And then people would try the yellow tea. And I don't know if you guys have tried the yellow tea. You try yellow tea and you're like, oh, that's yellow tea. That's interesting. You're not going to buy it again, right? Unless you get the best of the best of the best. And that's only from China. And it's extraordinarily rare. And you need luck and expert teas, and you need all those things to make a really, really good yellow tea, which I've only had maybe once or twice in my life. Yellow tea tastes similar to what? It is like a delicate, over oxidized green tea. The good ones. A delicate, over oxidized green tea. And what do I mean by that? There is hints of yellow flower, yellow fruit, yellow, like the flavor characteristics, the taste points you get from the color yellow. There are these hints of these all around with a nice, really nice vegetal. But that is extremely rare. Most of the time, when you're getting a yellow tea, it's something that is, in between an oolong and a green tea, right in the middle, and it doesn't have anything special about it. It's just sort of like, oh, that's different. And the way you make it is you go through you go through a process where you would pile it and humidize it, right? So you sometimes you'd add water to it, depends on the person, but you would make it the temperature rise a little bit. Now it's the same process that goes through in Oriental Beauty, Eastern Beauty, same thing, but they would do it earlier on in the process. And I am not an expert on yellow tea, so there would probably be somebody who would say, you got that wrong. They do it, blah, 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 right? But basically that's the way I understand it. And it's rarely done because you have to be the best of the best to be able to pull it off. And the price of it is quite high, and there's a lot of fakes, and there's a lot of people like, oh, I tried yellow tea, it's nothing. So the market's not all that big. But if you can get a really good yellow tea, it's amazing. But it's extremely rare. It depends a lot on the weather as well. Like it's a very, very delicate, beautiful tea. And so I would say it's harder to make than Eastern Beauty. And so the context of with this guy is he tried it a couple times. He made a pretty decent yellow tea. But for the price he was selling it, he was just like, I got no market for this. So he sort of stopped doing it, which, fair enough. Okay. My water is not really hot enough for this, but that's okay. So that hopefully that helps with the yellow tea. Now I'm sure there's somebody out there who is more of a yellow tea expert, which would be way better at explaining it and the taste characteristics. But from my experiences with yellow tea, that's basically what it boils down to. And but I do not claim to be an expert at all. It's actually really interesting. I'm curious to see what people, when we open the shop and I'm actually serving tea to beginners or mid-levels or experts or whatever happens, I'm curious to see what the questions are going to be, whether they're sort of the same as before. Because I've got the whole spiel, like here's a tea leaf. Every single tea plant can make every single type of tea. Like I've done it 1,000 times. And I sort of know how a lot of this stuff works as well, in the sense of the questions people are going to ask me. And I'm already thinking about having a little information sheet. How long have you been here? Why did you move to Taiwan? How long have you been in Hualien? Why did you get into tea? And then just having an information sheet and be like, here you go. You can read that. When you're finished, we can get started with the tea. I don't know. I think that would be too, anyways, that would be too efficient. Yeah. 1,000 times facts. Yeah. And there was a T-shirt out there that was anyways, we won't go into that. But there are certain in Asian culture, especially Han Chinese culture, there are certain aspects of the culture that are heavily reliant on face and standardness. And one of those is certainly the older generation. So anybody above 50 or 60 in Taiwan, we'll ask you the same questions again and again and again. And there was somebody who actually had a T-shirt made. It was in Chinese, right? And I always try and short circuit them. Yeah, please read the fact before entering the shop. Yeah, well, that's pretty rude. Like it's pretty rude. I don't know whether I want to do that. At the same time, I don't know how many times I want to answer the same questions. But he had done a T-shirt, and he made a T-shirt, and I don't know whether I'm going to do. Anyways, whatever. Let's get the shop opened up first. For the shop, we have it. I've already sent the deposit. We're waiting to go through because this is an old building, sort of a heritage building. We're going to wait until we have to wait until we go through them and we take photos of all the old wood, like it's all like 100-year-old Japanese era hinokis and cypress woods and things like that, and make sure we film everything before we can sort of get in there and sort of start doing stuff. And so hopefully that'll happen next week. I've got lots and lots of questions about all of these things that we're going to be doing there. But anyways, hopefully it'll work out okay. But that's in the future. I don't have to worry about it. A T-shirt. Cam, I think that one's been done before. I think that one's been done before. But I will be selling these T-shirts in the shop. For sure, I will be selling these in the shop. Actually, I should order them right now. Right now, there's this like the Shine or Shane. Anyways, I don't even know how to pronounce it. But the equivalent of that in Taiwan is called Shopee with 2 E's. And so I'm buying a bunch of stuff. Like I've spent. It's like the cheapest crap. But you can find if you get lucky, you can find decent stuff on there. And so I've spent almost $100 on various samples of things for the shop, things like teaware, and I got to do all the cakes, right? So I got all the jatzes, if you put the cake on like this, you got to put the cake. So there's the thing like this that comes out. It's got the 2 things, you put the cake on it. And so I bought a bunch of samples of those so I can put the cakes up. Anyways, all of those things. We're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, I'm curious to see how I'm going to handle it. Whether it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. I'm going to have to try this with boiling water right now. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to get any tea this time. I think it's okay. It's just GABAs, you have to do it with boiling water to see what happens. But it doesn't. I think he got washed out. So there was a bunch of rain in September, and then there was dry for a bit, and then a bunch of rain in the fall. And I think he's gotten washed out. A lot of these teas don't have a lot of flavor to them. And that can happen just from there being way too much water. You can understand that. It makes sense. But I think that's it for now. So shipping update, not too much different from yesterday. Customs in Chicago have the brave tea peoples. They're holding them hostage, and we do not know what will happen. When those get released, then we will know what we can do with that. And when they get released, if they get released, we will open up shipping to the United States. I think perhaps this weekend I might just open up shipping to California, but we'll see how it goes. I'm in no big rush. Like I said, I've lost like 75% of my market in the sense of sales, but we've been preparing for this for like 3 years, so it's okay. And we'll have the store set up and we'll be okay. Shipping. Yeah, the shop, talked about the shop. I think that's about it. Any questions? Thanks for clean tea. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the clean tea. You know what I'm actually kind of hoping? I don't think I've said this. I was thinking this the other day. So right now I can't send all these people. You know what's going to happen? The people that generally speaking buy tea from me are actually probably going to go and try and buy tea from other places. And my guess is that a lot of people who usually buy tea from me every once in a while, then they go out and they're going to buy tea from different places and try different places. They're going to be like, ow, this tea gave me a headache. What? Or, wow, this tea I can taste that it's not very clean, and things like that. And so I think that's going to be pretty interesting when that happens. And so I think for a lot of people, I think that will actually happen. It certainly happens for me. And so we'll see how it goes. Actually, that's pretty good now. Let's see. That's pretty good too. Yeah, we can put these aside. These two are great. Clean keeps people coming back. I hope so. Oh, the aftertaste on that's pretty good. I got to bring it back. Oh no, what do I do? The peach aftertaste on this is beautiful. But the upfront is not that good. Can we get another cheeky thumbs up for the locally branded side of things? I need to get a screenshot to cartoon. Cheeky thumbs up for locally branded tea side of things. Oh, I don't know. Go back into the last live stream. I'm not feeling it right now, but that's if you want. I guess I could screenshot it and cartoonize it as well. I'm not feeling my what's the name of it? It was like the T-Ball King. T-Ball King, I think was what we branded at for the local market. The T-Ball King. Wow, the peachy flavor coming out of this is gorgeous, like amazing. Now it doesn't make me want this one. But that one actually has some good peach flavor coming out of it too. I think I got enough tea. That's the problem. Anyways, I'll come back to these teas and we'll try them out. Again, when they cool down, it's amazing. The peachy flavor that's coming off of these teas is absolutely gorgeous. So I'll have to try them again. But I can say that for these three, we're not doing those. And I got to try the GABA again. I'll go downstairs and hit it with some boiling water. Anyways, I think that's it for now. I will, yeah, if you want to cartoonize it, you can screenshot the last live stream. We'll see. Imagine how much money people used to spend on cartoonizing bald people and putting like Wong, like King on it. And now you can just do it so easily with AI. It's brave new world we're going into. Just a brave new world we're going into. Anyways, I gotta go. So last call for questions. Recap. I'm starting to buy little knickknacks for the shop. Hopefully by next week we'll move in and we'll be able to do like all the stuff for getting ready to go into the shop and moving stuff in for that. Then we will have the shipping thing. I talked about it enough, but basically West Coast is like all vibes and East Coast is a little bit Puritan. And so we're seems like their civilizations are dividing. Hopefully Chicago gets their act together and does it. And these are the Jade Mountain teas, and they're beautiful. But I'm probably not going to buy any of them. I don't think. I think we'll have to wait until springtime for this, because that's not. I think it got washed out. I think it was just too much rain, and so the teas coming up just had too much rain. But anyways, wherever in the world you happen to be, I certainly hope you have an amazing night. I hope you sleep well. I hope you have a good time at the dance. There's somebody whose girlfriend was DJing it tonight, so hopefully they enjoy the rest of their night. I hope you sleep well. I hope you have a great day today and a great day tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next live stream.